Shabbat Shalom again one more time, and you are welcome to the Shabbat of this morning. The Parashat that we're going to discuss about this morning is Parashat Eikev, right? And Eikev, as we know, Eikev meaning has different understanding. Eikev can mean it can mean the heel, right? The heel, the back side of the back foot of a person, and can also Eikev can also mean in consequence of. In consequence of, that means that it can mean in consequence of or because the consequence of in the positive one and the negative one. You see, the positive one, the consequence for the blessing if you listen, and the punishment if you did not listen. Right. So that is what we are going to discuss about this morning. In Parashat Eikev, Moshe Rabbeinu continued his speech to the children of Israel in the same vein as he left off in the previous Parashat Vayishtana. Right? The performance of the commandment in the land will lead to blessing and security, while their non-performance will lead to death and destruction. When you enter into the land, we all read it. When you enter into the land that flows with milk and honey, the land with date palm, with palm granite, with where you can manufacture iron and copper. Oh, it's a good and fantastic land for you. The land that it has water from the mountain, from the deep. You are going to have fresh water, right? So he said, if you obey and do exactly according to the ordinances and the commandment and the word, the seal that have been sealed on Mount Sinai, if you do everything like that, you live in security. You live in peace. Everything will be fantastic. Everything will be hunky-dory for you. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of them, for you are going to annihilate them completely, one by one. I'm not going to allow you to do them now, completely now, but step by step, one by one. But when the time of this one comes, you remove it. When the time of this one comes, you remove it. So God has already promised us that from the beginning. But we have to do what? To keep the commandment. The word Eikev, as I said, has double interpretation or double meaning. It means because of or in consequence of, or the heel. The heel of a person is always dragged along by the rest of the body. You understand that? The heel of a man is always dragged along by the entire body. It comes at the end, in consequence of the body. Your heel is completely the end of your entire body, of your shape, right? It's at the end, right? But the heel is the lowest part of the body, the lowest of the lowest, and perform what the brain, the highest part of the body, tells it to do. However, just as the heel is depending on the brain, so the brain depends on the heel. It is a constant war between the physical and the mental physical. It is a constant war between the positive side and the negative side. The beginning and the end of a person's body are one and inseparable. We are not Hellenistic philosophers or philosophy. We don't have it. Because the Hellenistic understanding is separation. They want to separate to the minute atom. Let's separate. Like we want to divide. That's not our understanding. Our understanding is holistic, right? You can't separate them. The heel of a person can either play an active positive role in the performance of the mitzvot by carrying a person to run, to do what? To perform it. Or an active negative role in that it is the part of the body that trample the mitzvah. When the person chooses to ignore the commandment of the Holy One, blessed be He. I subtitle the Parashat of this morning, reward for keeping the Torah. The rewards. What are the rewards? That God said, if you can keep this word, that this agreement This covenant that both of us sign, you are not forced to sign it. You willingly sign it. And me, I put my stamp. And both of us now, we are one together. You cannot come and say, no, I'm not a part. No, you are part of it. So if you keep it, I'm telling you, you'll be the number one. Of all the creation that I've created, you are special for me or to me. You are my number one and number one. Nobody can change that. So he's telling us, like we have a lot of people that have what is called replacement theology. Right? In the replacement theology, he said, God has abandoned Israel, and so therefore the Gentiles have become number one. I pity them, because they have no idea of what they're saying. God will never reject his own. Never. Ever. Because it's his son. He redeemed it with his mighty hand. He will never reject his own. So therefore, we need to understand this, that God has called us to be the light to the world. And we have that responsibility. We cannot reject it. I understand the light is hard. To bear the light is very hard. Why? Because you hold the light right like this in your hand. Understand? The heat of the light, people think holding the light is easy. No. As you are holding the light, the heat of the light is hitting your face. The radiance is hitting you. And for you, maybe it's not comfortable because of the heat. You are feeling the heat. But the people who are by the back, they don't feel the heat that you are feeling. The other one, they only see the light and they just follow the light. Okay, it's good, they're enjoying it. But you that is holding the heat can feel the heat hitting your body. But that is the responsibility. It is not, we know that it's not as easy as that. But that's what God says you should do, and that's what you have to do. You can't say, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do it again. It doesn't work that way. You have to do it. We have to do it. It is our responsibility. Reward for keeping the Torah. And now Israel, what does the Lord your God ask from you? Except to revere the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your life force, to keep the commandment of the Lord your God and his laws, which I command you today, for your good. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12 to 13. For what? For your good. Is it for the good of God? No. It's not for the good of God. It's for your good. Because when you keep it, all this goody become to you. Don't you want goody? When the mama says, okay, my son or my children, I'm going to give you sweet. What is sweet? Candy, yeah, candy. When you say, okay, if you go and throw the garbage, I give you candy. What do you see the boy or the girl? I'm telling you, Ferrari cannot, even though F-22 can't catch that guy. The guy boom, like it's like the speed of light. Oh my God, do all the work. Why? Because he wants candy. That's the idea, you know. So if we do this, I'm telling you, we have a lot of candy. You will eat. You will be satisfied. And you bless the name of the Lord your God. What does God really want from us? That is the question. What does God really want from you? What does God really want from me? What does God really want from us? Is it to become great minds and solve all the mystery of the universe, or to attain the unattainable? It's a question. But no, that is not all. That is not what God needs from us. Well, actually, God Himself tells us directly what He requires from us as a man, as a woman, as a race, as a human being. He said, 1, to revere Him. 2, to walk in His ways. 3, to love Him. 4, to serve Him with total commitment. And the fifth one and the final one, to keep His Torah. You see, I don't think that is hard. Only 5 things God wants from a man. And let's see what the prophet said. The prophet Yeshayahu, the prophet Isaiah states that in order to attain God's protection and blessing, an Israelite needs to be one who can be regarded as he who walks righteously and speak uprightly, he who rejects the unjust gain of extortion, who shakes his hand from what? From holding of bribes, He who shut his ears from hearing of blood, and closes his eyes from looking on evil. He shall dwell on high, stronghold of rock, or his high tower. His bread shall be given, his water shall be steadfast. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 15 to 16. Thus, Yeshayahu Hanabi, Isaiah the prophet, has reduced the principles of the Torah to just 6 points, or to just 6 axioms. 6 points. And what are these 6 points? Number 1, walk in the way of righteousness. Number 2, speak uprightly. Number 3, reject unjust gain, extortion. No, it's not good. Number 4, reject bribe. Before bribe, close the eyes. Bribe bring unjust judgment. You know. Number 5, not to participate in planning of evil against your brother. You say, hey, I'm going to plan against that Indian man. But if you look at it very, very deep, that Indian man is your brother. But he's a descendant of Adam Harishon. Why are you doing that? People, especially if the man has not done you anything bad. Why do you want to do that? And finally, not to participate in the carrying out of evil, or to passively worship and laugh. Because that is what we see in today's world. You see two people fighting. I remember in my days, we rush, boom, to go and separate them. No, don't fight. Why are you fighting? Stay here. No. Even though they'll be dragging, you say, no, please, peace, don't fight. But today, what do? We take our iPhone, let them fight, and we video them. Nobody even go to that separate, and we take it and put it online, and we rejoice. And even though we make more of us, we make money from putting those evil on the net. Because the more people worship, the more YouTube pay you. Because you put in some nonsense where two people are fighting, and you are not even showing as if you are the peacemaker, right? You worship and you tape it and you put it online. If Yeshayahu Hanabi, the prophet, summarization of the Torah into 6 points is too much for some, well, the prophet Micaiah kindly have that number when he beautifully declared God's true requirement of us. He has told you, mankind, what is good and what God requires from you, only to perform justice and love, kindness, and to walk modestly with your God. Micaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Thus, the prophet Micaiah reduced the principle of the Torah to just 3 points. And these are they. Number 1, do justly. Be kind. Be good. Love kindness. Don't be wicked. Don't do evil. And walk modestly before your God. Meaning, what does that mean? Humbly before your God. Don't be high-minded. A humble soul, God welcomes. And a high mind, God reduces down. That is it. Even though Prophet Micaiah if he said that these 6 points of Yeshayahu is too much for me, Micaiah, okay, it's too much, okay, I make it 3 for you. Only 3. Not 4, not 5, not 6. 3. Can you do these 3? Can we do these 3? Can we just do justly? That is it. Righteously. Number 2, can we just love kindness? As the way the Lord our God is kind, can we just do exactly copy our Father? And the final one, walk modestly before Him, humbly before Him. If condensing the entire Torah into just 3 points is still too burdensome for some, the prophet Isaiah again, Yeshayahu, has gone out of his way to cut down the original 6 to mere 2. Thus say God, keep justice and do righteousness. For near is my salvation to come, and my righteousness is to be revealed. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 1. Therefore, in order to achieve God's salvation and His righteousness, all we have to do at the end of the day is just 2 things. If you say the 6th one is too much, now they cut into 3, say it's too much. God, if I make it 2 again for you, I mean, you can remember these two, and these are the two. Keep justice and do righteousness. That is it. It's not hard. The entire Torah is those two. Keep justice and do righteousness. The last hope of a man, of a poor man, is justice. If a poor man that has nothing in his life, has nothing, zero, if you cannot give him justice that he deserves, then he's a dead man. He's a living dead, because you deprive him of humanity, of life, because you cannot give him the justice that he or she deserves. You see, the rich man is wrong in him because he's poor. Okay, I close my eyes, I don't see that. No, do justice and righteousness. Not too much to ask for when one thinks of the return to be made from such a small investment on our part. You know, this is just a small investment. It's a lot of goody, as I said in the beginning, for us that we are going to receive from the Lord our God. If we can just do these two investments, and these two investments is not too hard. Remember, 6 investments. Okay, it's too hard. It's okay. I make it 3 investments. Okay, it's too hard. Okay, I make it 2. It's because we human beings will complain when the sun is too much. We can't go. This sun is too much too. Okay, rain fall. God, this rain is too much. It's too much. Okay, what do you want God to do for you? Tell me. You God do this is too much. God do that is too much. Complain. We are the same. We never change. You see, all of us are the same. So God is saying, okay, I break it from 6 and make it half. I make it 3 for you. And some of us will still complain. Okay, I make it just 2 for you. Only 2. Justice, righteousness. And you see, it's a small investment, I think, from our part. And if we can put this small investment, we are going to have a high yield in return. You know, all the goody, we are going to have it. So, if we pay attention to keep and fulfill the judgment of the Torah, God will keep us. God will keep with us the covenant and the loving kindness that He swore to our fathers. He will love us. He will bless us and cause us to proliferate in the land that He swore to give to our fathers as a hereditary inheritance. He is going to bless our offspring, the produce of our soil, our grain, our new wine, and our fresh oil, the increase in our cattle, and the fecundity of our sheep. We will be blessed above all the nations. None of our male or female will be infertile, nor will our animals be barren. God will remove from us all the sickness and the evil illness that we experienced in Yisrael in Egypt, testimony of the parasitic and the tropical disease in ancient Yisrael in Egypt. Nor will He place any of them upon us. However, He will put them upon all those who hate us. God shall deliver us, all of us, God will deliver to us all the inhabitants of Canaan, of Canaan, whom we will do what? We will consume. Our eyes is not to pity them, no. And we are not to do what? To serve their God, for that will be a snare to us. So you see all this goody that God has promised, just for you to do what? Do investment. And the counting I counted there is like over 50, and the entire Torah is more than 1,000. What you have to do is just do investment, keep justice, and do righteousness, and all this one God will give it to you free of charge. So this is very important for us. If we are to keep His word, His Torah. Once we keep His Torah, every other thing will be what? Will be added unto us. That's what the prophet said. The prophet said, just keep the Torah, keep the word, keep the covenant, keep the promise. Do your part, the part which you have signed. You signed it. I signed it. we agreed together. The Holy One said, can't you agree with, can't you work together except they agree? Two cannot work together except they agree, right? That is it. But remember, on the mountain, on Sinai, we agreed. I say, okay, this is me. I bring my part. You bring your part. We discuss. We say, okay, and we agree. And you say, the Lord our God is one. The Lord our God we shall serve. We will everything the Lord God said we shall. They said what we are going to do. We shall do. Hey, we are happy. We shall do all of them all. And then you sign and I sign. So why do you want to backslide and say, I don't want to keep my part of the agreement? No, let's keep our part of the agreement. And I'm telling you, God always keep his part. Even though sometimes we do not keep our part, we always keep his own part. Because he's always faithful. Sometimes we are not faithful. God is always faithful. Always. He said, I will return you back. All your exile, I will return them back. All the years that the canker worm, you know the canker worm? It's a kind of a worm. You know, all the years that the canker worm have eaten in your life. Don't worry. I will sevenfold, I will bring that blessing back. Only two things. Do justice and righteousness. Nothing more. Eikev. The heel. You can either trample the commandment with the heel, or run swiftly like a what? Like a deer, boom, like a light, to perform the mitzvah. It's the same heel. It's not two different heels. Remember, as I always say, the Lord God makes his things balanced. Everything is always balanced. The choice is yours. The choice is mine. Am I going to use my heel or my feet to do what? To trample it? Or am I going to use my heel and my feet to run to perform it? You decide. It's something to decide for you. Me, I've decided for myself. You have to decide individually, and we have to decide as a collective. Are we going to do that, or are we going to be stubborn, stiff-necked? We see the consequences of our fathers who are stiff-necked. Don't let us do that. Those are examples for us not to do. So when we do follow the covenant that we have signed, the goody is there. What is it again? For the children, what is the sweet, the candy. The candy is there. God has already provided you with the candy, and He will surely give you the candy. Parashat Eikev.